What's up, everybody? Tim Conley here, and I want to kind of give you a lesson on how I did it. And this book right here, I've said it a million times. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times on this channel. Getting Everything You Can Out of All That You've Got by Jay Abraham. It's a great book, and this book has helped me launch my career. This book came out beginning of 2000. I had just had a baby, and my .com was essentially dead. It would be a few more months before I actually shut it down, but that year was a terrible year for me, 2000. But it also launched my career. My .com, like I said, died. I was in debt. Had recently bought our little dream home, a 100-year-old craftsman house in Portland, Oregon. Just love this thing. And we're about to start our family. And I screwed up my business. Didn't know how to get a customer. And we had to rent out our house to another young up-and-coming couple. It's like they look like us, except they were going up and we were going down, all because of some really bad decisions I made in how I was trying to run a company when I just didn't know what I was doing. It's like, okay, just because I could code, just because I could make a website, didn't mean I had any business trying to run a .com. But I tried, and that ended up launching my future. I discovered I needed to learn how to get a customer, and this book really helped me out. I was, like I said, in a really tough spot when this came out, but there was a spot in here on page 5, literally 5 pages into this book. My whole trajectory in life had been changed, and here it is. I have good news. There are only 3 ways to increase your business. 1, increase the number of clients. 2, increase the average size of the sale per client. 3, increase the number of times clients return and buy again. Only 3. It's significantly less daunting if you only have to focus on 3 categories. In fact, it's easy. Let's take a simple example. Calculate your number of clients. Figure the average amount they spend on each transaction or sale. Determine how often they make a purchase in a year. Let's say you have 1,000 clients. They average $100 per transaction or sale, and they make 2 purchases in a year. So there's a little graph here. Number of clients, 1,000, times transaction value per client, $100, times transactions per year, and that's 2, equals $200,000 in total income. But look what happens if you increase these numbers by just 10%. Number of clients, 1,100, increased by 10, right? Goes up by 100, times $110 transaction value per client, times 2.2 transactions on average per year per client. Total income is now $266,200 by just having a 10% increase across the board. That right there, that page changed everything for me. So in this video, I want to share how I did it. So let's check it. I want to share with you how I took this concept, these 3 ways to grow a business, and, well, grow my own business, but also grow my clients' businesses. It was the thing that I just focused on. I took page 5 as gospel. I just said, okay, these are the 3 things, the only 3 things I need to focus on in helping a client grow their business. So that's what I did. And I did it for myself too. So let's jump right into the first one. How to increase the number of clients. There's an old phrase, if you want more graduates, you need more freshmen. What that means is if you want to have more sales, well then you need to get more leads. You need to go after more people. You need to get more people into your pipeline. More people need to know you exist. More people need to find your offer interesting. More people need to enter your sales funnel. More people need to get onto a sales conversation. All these steps need to occur. You take a look at the freshmen. Go right to the very beginning. Do people even know you exist? Dramatically increase the number of people who know who you are. Then focus on getting those people into your funnel and turn them into leads. As you sift, sort, and screen all those leads through your system, you will be able to weed out the people, kind of like sophomores and juniors, and then you'll get down to the seniors. You'll get down to the final people who are going to become your clients, and they will be ideal clients. They will pay you a premium. They will value your work, and they'll go on to the other two things of buying more from you and paying additional amounts to you. And that is going to be critical. So go through this process of getting more freshmen so that you can have more graduates. If you've got a small or big team, incentivize biz dev. Incentivize people in your company bringing leads in. Don't leave sales only to the salespeople or to the partners or the founder, you. Don't leave sales just to a couple of people. Make it a company-wide activity. Incentivize it. So every time someone brings in a lead that becomes a client, you should bonus that person. And I would even say you should also give them a bonus just for bringing in the lead, even if that lead does not become a client. You don't have to give them a lot. It could be cup of coffee, it could be a book, it could be any little thing just for the fact that they brought a lead. Incentivize this activity. Make it a part of your company culture. The third thing you should do is pick a single one, just one, that's it. Pick one promotional activity and master it. Most people, what they do is they do a little Facebook ads and they do a little SEO and they do a little Google ads and they just play around with a handful of ways of getting people to pay attention to them. They don't ever master a single promotional technique. Learn how to get people from one first. It may even take you an entire year to master that single traffic source, that single way of getting people into your funnel. Now let's get into the second way of growing a business, and that is increase the size of the sale per client. That's easy for nearly everyone here. Everyone watching this, it's probably pretty easy. Increase your prices. And if you're scared to raise your prices, I'm going to give you a little technique. It goes back to this concept that Jay Abraham shared. Just a small percentage increase, 10% in 3 areas, will have a dramatic increase in your total revenue. So let's do the same thing with just raising our prices. He said 10%. I want you to do something different. I want you to raise your prices by 18.5% on your next client. And then on the client after that, another 18.5% increase on top of the previous increase. Do that a total of 4 times and you will double your price. This is a great way to develop the confidence in your pricing so that you can raise your price and not be scared of it, so that your clients don't feel like, oh, you don't feel confident in your price, so I'm gonna negotiate with you. I'm gonna haggle. If they feel that you're not confident in your price, then they're not gonna believe it and they're not gonna buy. If you just increase a little bit per new client, just 4 times, and you'll double your price. The next way of increasing the size of the sale is a phrase that I heard from Chris Do. It's a perfect phrase for this very concept, which is price the client, not the job. One of my clients had a productized service, and he was really stuck down at the low 4 figures. Most of his projects were between $1,000 and $4,000, and that had been that way for several years. By taking this concept of pricing the client and not the job, because the job was the job. I did the same thing over and over again. But when he started pricing based upon the person coming to them and the value that they got out of it, he was immediately able to start charging significantly more for the same service. because the client got more out of that service than other clients did. He was able to get projects at $8,000 and $18,000, and one of them was even at $70,000. I don't know about you, but that's an amazing increase and one to get super excited about. And that was because he focused on pricing the client instead of just saying, well, here's what my services cost. By pricing the client, he kept all the productized service efficiency that he had built into his company. His company was still immensely efficient, but also far more profitable. He wasn't stuck getting paid the same amount for every single one of his clients, especially the clients that got far more value from his services. You should be doing the same thing. Have conversations, get to know your prospects, to know exactly what they're after, what kind of value your work will provide them, and then give them a price appropriate to that value. Now, the third way of growing your business is increase the number of sales per client. And a lot of agencies struggle with this one. Let's say web designers. Well, I designed their website. I'm done. They don't revisit the client. They don't help the client get more value from them. Because sure, you did the website, but you're not done. There's landing pages, there's product pages. What if the client decides they want to start a podcast? Well, you could make a single page on their website and you'll get paid for that. That's growing the account, making more sales per client. But also, maybe they want an entire site for their podcast. This is something that if you get to know your clients, you'll find all sorts of ways of serving them without even needing to become full service. You won't have to add loads of services to be able to serve your clients at a deeper level. And when you are serving your clients at a deeper level, they pay you more money. They do more transactions with you. Amazing. So then we get the value of all three ways of growing a business when we focus on this one thing: grow the account. It should be a mantra. You should have a mantra of grow the account, grow the account, grow the account. You need to make sure that you're getting more money per client when you make a sale, and you need to make sure you're making multiple sales to each and every one of your clients. If you do this, you're going to grow your business rapidly without needing to have tons and tons of new clients. My favorite phrase, little hinges swing big doors. Only a handful of clients paying us a lot of money over the course of years, and we will have a very wealthy life. This lesson from Jay Abraham transformed my entire career, and it's one that I hope will help you transform yours, transform your own business, and transform the things that you're able to do for your clients when you focus on these three areas. And I don't want to just leave you right here, because next week I'm going to come out with another video, and it's all about another early lesson in my career, is how I took a copywriting concept and turned it into a business building activity, not just a copywriting tool. All right, if you found this lesson valuable, please like, subscribe, share, and do all the socials. And I'll see you right back here in the next video where I'm gonna teach you a new way of looking at ADA. All right, done.